jump on it, they're going to have so much power and influence behind them that people are going to believe that it's actually true. I want to transition to Snoop Dogg. I want to play what he said real quick, Sandman, and talk about the way that he's attacking it. Do you agree with this?
Gayle King, out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? I swear to God, we the worst. We the fucking worst. We expect more from you, Gayle. Don't you hang out with Oprah? Why y'all attacking us? We your people. I get sick of y'all. I want to call you one. Is it okay if I call her one? Funky dog hit. How dare you try to tarnish my own boy's reputation?
How do you feel about the way that Snoop approached that? So, Gayle King, we'll start with this one here, Sandman. She's getting a lot of backlash. The clip came out. CBS put the clip out, and it was pretty much she was asking Lisa Leslie about Kobe Bryant. I'm gonna play the clip real quick that has everybody talking. It has the backfire going as the way it is right now.
It's been said that his legacy is complicated because of sexual assault charge, which was dismissed in 2003, 2004. Is it complicated for you as a woman, as a WNBA player?
It's not complicated for me at all. Even if there's a few times that we've been at a club at the same time. Kobe's not the kind of guy, never been like, let's go get that girl or tell her or send her this. I have other NBA friends that are like that. Kobe's, he was never like that. I just never have ever seen him being the kind of person that would do something to violate a woman or be aggressive in that way. That's just not the person that I know.
But Lisa, you wouldn't see it though. As his friend, you wouldn't see it.
And that's possible. Mm-hmm. I just don't believe that. And I'm not saying things didn't happen. I just don't believe that things didn't happen with force.
Is it even a fair question to talk about it, considering he's no longer with us and that it was resolved? Or is it really part of his history?
I think that the media should be more respectful. At this time, it's like if you had questions about it, you had many years to ask him that. I don't think it's something that we should keep hanging over his legacy. I mean, it went to trial.
Yeah, it was dismissed because the victim in the case refused to testify. So it was dismissed.
So this clip right here, Sandman, just not only the question, but when you look at it, the body language, I think stood out the most to me about how she was trying to imply and say, well, he did it anyway. You know what I mean? That's just, what I got from it. But how do you feel about this? And
it doesn't condone a damn thing. It condones nothing. And here's why. You can't sit back and act like you being a very high member of CBS didn't know that was coming, right? It doesn't matter when or how in the term of that conversation that happened, your body language would give off that you were kind of trying to steer narrative in that conversation. Now, we didn't hear the entire interview, and maybe it'll feel different when we do. And if it does, I'll say that. But for you to have your name tied behind some of the most prominent Black men in Hollywood when it comes to their current situations in the judicial system.
Yeah.
And then other counterparts like a Harvey Weinstein, which you never brought up in this. I listened to the entire thing. Mm-hmm. And if you said you heard the criticisms, if you said you heard what people were saying, you obviously heard what about Harvey Weinstein? And you say nothing about that. And I think between you and between Oprah and now this clip, I think people are warranted to give you criticism. Now, I think a lot of people are running with it. I think a lot of people aren't giving truth to the situation and really saying it for what it is. I think they're running with the narrative, and I think that's wrong.
Right.
Like a lot of the Hollywood celebrities and things like that, even though they're right to voice their anger and their opinion, a lot of them OD on it like we all see. And I think that's happening here. But for her to act like she didn't know, come on, you knew. And for you and Oprah to be tied to, you talking about Michael Jackson, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, right or wrong. Listen, right. I don't care what color you are, Ho. I don't care what color you are. If you out here violating women or children, to hell with you.
Right.
Period. But if you say to hell with you to one group of people, but don't say to hell with you to the other group when the same crimes are allegedly being committed, that's a foul right there.
And that's what I say. I would say that I don't believe her. And I think that's an excuse that people use when they say, oh, it was only just one part of the interview. They said the most, craziest thing you could say and say, oh, why don't you play the whole thing? I don't believe that at all. And another thing I'll say is that she knows daggone well in media, the thing is to take the most juiciest thing and put that out there and follow it up, with the rest of the story so they can say, oh, I want to, this went down. Let me watch the whole thing to see what else is going to go down. And that same thing, how they show you when you watch a movie like Bad Boys 3, they show you all the little part. They don't give you everything. They give you just enough to be like, oh, man, I got to see that. She knows daggone well. And again, body language speaks louder than the words will ever speak. Her body language to me said it all. Her body language said to me, like, yo, like, implying like, okay, yeah, this would happen, but and then just to even bring this up at this time, to even ask those questions at this time, Sam, man, I think it's just very distasteful. And media can't even be an excuse for something like that. That's certain thing you say, oh, it's his leg is tarnished. You think his legacy should be tarnished because of the accusations of what happened? Come on, that's crazy.
The thing
that's
is,
a low blow.
Back in the day, we used to hear like stories of these things and legends of them tearing a black man down, and we can hear it all day long, but thanks to the advancements of social media, we get to see evidence. And when you look at a Michael Jackson who's been 10 years removed, although he was involved with controversy, the overall end legacy of Michael Jackson, they're trying to jam down your throat of him being what they're trying to make him be with the documentary, HBO, this or that. Prince, drug addict. Bill Cosby's going to die in jail doing this. And we see Kobe Bryant, a beloved individual. We can go back to our man neighborhood Nip. Last March, it was the gang affiliation. It was this, it was that. Now we got to bring this up to finally end his legacy and put in the subconscious mind that this is the image we're going to give to this black man that y'all love so much. And throughout time, this has been a pattern.
Yeah, it's a pattern. It's the same play.
And they're giving it and they're throwing it to, and they're putting, and it pisses me off when I hear it's our own people. It's our own people, because I only hear black people saying that. But in this situation, it's true.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
They planted our people. You look at an Oprah who should be beloved, looked upon, highlighted. You look at a woman, black woman, billionaire. But now you see her putting her money and what she's putting it behind, and it's to destroy the black man. Let's just call it for what it is.
But it's like,
not all of it.
Your skin folk ain't always your kinfolk. And I think people got to realize that, and stop saying that, even though it's obvious, like, yeah, it's another black person. That don't mean just because you got the same skin that they're going to be loyal to you through everything. It just don't mean that. We understand that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go deep into that. I can go way deeper with that, but I'll leave it right there on the surface. So it's sad. It's sad that you see Oprah and Gayle King, coming after a lot of these brothers with just mere accusations. A lot of the time the stories ain't even credible. Yeah. But they just jump on them, for whatever reason. And knowing that when they co-sign it, when they jump on it, they're going to have so much power and influence behind them that people are going to believe that it's actually true. I think he meant every word that he said. You agree with that? I agree with 98% of it. I ain't agree with him going at her, calling her a dog head bitch. I ain't, because you ain't had to go there. You know what I mean? And you're hiding that. And what you were saying was 100% correct, 100% on, dead on. But all people are going to hear was you disrespecting the black woman. And now we're going to get this knocking of the heads, which we don't need in this situation, because everything that you said was valid. Right. And you got a voice out here. Snoop's voice is huge when it comes to social media and when it comes to what people say or people see, excuse me. And when he drops something, people are watching and headlines are being written about it. And we talk about it like we're doing right now. So I agree with most of it. And I think that his wife probably sat on the side and was like, But yeah, I mean, to each his own. A lot of people will ride with it. Everybody ain't gonna be as articulate as some people. You know what I mean? People gonna go in, but yeah, man, it's a pattern, and I don't think it's gonna stop, man. It's crazy, bro. What's a pattern? The pattern of these, people being convicted in the media. Yeah. And then people of our own skin, being the people that's in lead, the head honcho, and taking these people out. We see this 100% of the time. I mean, again, I tell people all the time, we interviewed the Jacksons, their niece and nephew, Brandy and Taj, right? Yeah. And the stuff that they were telling us, being connected to the situation, gave us a little bit of insight into things that kind of go on in the background. You think because you hear it a lot, and you hear people like Snoop saying it and us and saying, you be like, oh wait, I keep bringing the race card or whatever into it, but like it's not, it's real talk.
Word.
This keeps happening, so it's like you keep getting punched in your face, and they say, nah, stop saying you got punched in your face. Hey, you got punched in your back. No, they got punched in my fucking face.
Word.
You can't tell me to stop saying that.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's gonna fall back though. Now I want to go back to you, Sam, at the beginning, because you said you believed her. What do you mean? Would you believe about what Gayle King said?
I believe that she was surprised at CBS dropping that. I think that they had a conversation to where she was kind of fearful of that dropping. I think she may have had knowledge, but I think that dropping was a surprise to her. She wasn't ready for that. I think she 100% knew what they were doing.
She didn't think it was that portion would drop like that. Or
exactly.
Okay.
She didn't think that was going to drop on IG because she know good and goddamn well the response she was going to get from that. She didn't want to make it look bad. If they wrote the headline of how they wrote it and they steered the narrative, like we said, body language is all. And they know what kind of subconscious fucking little jab they're trying to throw. And they know what kind of impact it's going to have. Now, shout out to Lisa Leslie for answering it very well. Shout out to Lisa Leslie. You know what watching Lisa Leslie made me realize, and I'm not trying to go off the topic, but
she's fine.
Man, as a young boy, it's kind of like eating vegetables. You don't appreciate a vegetable until you get a little fucking older and realize the nutritional value behind a good fucking vegetable. Lisa Leslie's a good goddamn vegetable. She's fine as hell.
She's getting better with age. Boy.
Shout out to Lisa Leslie, boy. And I'm sorry for being unappreciative as a child. I did not know.